Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Mumbles and Dancer Pupdate. On today's episode, we're talking about Christmas safety, in particular decorations and how you can keep your pet safe during this very hectic time of the year. So let's jump straight into that. So guys, as per usual, I put Dancer down for this segment of the video. I'm going to tell you guys the tips that I have to help keep your pup and your dog safe during Christmas time. So let's jump straight into that. My first tip is puppy-proof your Christmas tree. Be careful with Christmas lights, ornaments, or anything that is on the tree. Tinsel and light strings can be very deadly to a dog should they decide to chew them or get tangled in them. So avoid putting them at the bottom of any Christmas tree. In worst case, section off your tree from your pet. So maybe put it behind a pen. Guys, you just need to be careful with what's hanging on your tree. If you have ornaments that are low hanging that your dog can grab, you gotta move them because your dog, if it's as curious as Dancer is, will try to grab them. If you have tinsel, guys, tinsel is extremely deadly for dogs. If it eats them, you're almost guaranteed a vet visit with surgery involved because tinsel will block up your dog's intestines and then they will have to take that out and it's a very intensive procedure. So be careful, especially with tinsel. And guys, of course, light strings, not only are they dangerous because they're plugged in and they have electricity running through them, but your dog can also get tangled in them and strangle themselves potentially. So just be careful with what you hang on your tree, be aware of it, and know what you're doing. So guys, my second tip is if your tree is a live tree, be aware that things such as pine needles can fall off the tree. Your dog can eat that. And also be aware that some dogs do go and try to drink the water from the bottom of trees. Now, if any of you have ever had live trees, you know that for sometimes you have to put in that certain live tree stuff to help keep the trees alive. That is not good for a dog to ingest. So please be aware of that. Again, if you have to, section your tree off from your dog. My third tip today is be aware of Christmas plants. Guys, Christmas plants can be extremely deadly to dogs. Things such as poinsettias, mistletoe, and holly, if ingested by a dog, can be deadly. It can cause all sorts of trouble, and you may not even be able to save your dog should it be ingested. So guys, make sure to keep those up and away from your animal if you decide to have them. So guys, my fourth tip for you today is be careful with Christmas presents. Guys, Christmas presents always look pretty and we usually put them on the floor. At least I know most people do. But when you have a dog that likes to chew and is very curious and likes to explore, this can be just inviting trouble. Especially if you have that certain dog treat down there that you know your dog is just going to love. Your dog may seek and destroy your Christmas presents. So you may want to consider putting them up out of the reach of your animal because if they like to chew things, you may have an issue. So guys, my fifth and final tip may be a little bit repetition, but I'm going to say it anyways because I feel it's important to highlight. If you have any decorations that stand on your floor, whether it be a rocking Santa or whatever it is, if it sits on your floor, it's within reach of your dog, so be aware of that. If your dog can reach it from the floor, you may need to move it. Guys, the only other thing I can sum this up with is be aware of what you are doing and what you're putting out. If you're unsure if something is pet friendly or not, look it up online. If you're not sure how to keep your dog away from the tree, if your dog just won't leave the tree alone, maybe consider sectioning it off. These are things that we just have to do as pet parents sometimes, even if we don't want to. But at the end of the day, it is more important to keep our pets safe than it is to have a beautiful looking tree. So now guys, let me go get Dancer for the next section of this video. So guys, I've got Dancer back now. Now let's go into our very favorite section, our Pup and Play segment where you get to see this cute little guy have all sorts of fun. And here it is. Anyways, guys, this has been another episode of Mumbles and Dancer Pupdates. I want to thank you guys all so much for joining us. Guys, just be careful this holiday season with your pets. The last thing anyone wants to happen is have something happen to your pet that could have been avoided. Anyways, guys, this is Mumbles and Dancer signing off. Please smack that subscribe button, smack the like button, smack all those buttons. And me and Dancer will see you guys all in the next video. Bye, everyone. Take care.